Hey, Kara Oosterhuis here with RealAgriculture.com. I'm here today at the Work Field Day at Scott, Saskatchewan, and I have here with me Erin Adams, who is with Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada. How's it going today?
It's great. Nice weather for the field day.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so you actually have been working on a project with dill and its oil distillation. Do you want to talk a bit about it?
Yeah, so I work for the Minor Use Program with the Pest Management Center, and our work involves getting pesticides registered on small acreage crops, especially stuff that's not maybe profitable for the chemical companies, or growers are having a problem with an issue. We can help them get a product registered. And yeah, some crops require more work than others, and to look at pesticide residues, and dill is one of them. It is a rep crop for a whole group of spices. So in the field day we saw fenugreek earlier, but also things like coriander and caraway and cumin. And dill is a rep crop. And what that means by rep crop is that it is representative of all the other crops in there, and that if you can get pesticide residue data for the dill crop and all the various fractions, then that residue data can be used to register that pesticide on all the other crops in the crop group. So the reason we are focusing on dill is it makes it a lot easier for us to get more products registered for more crops than if we had to do a residue trial on coriander and caraway and cumin and fenugreek and all the other crops. So it sort of speeds up. It reduces our workload and speeds up the time it takes to get things done and registered. One of the things with dill that is required by Pest Management Regulatory Agency is the essential oil from the crop. And so what that involves is we spray the crop with the pesticide we're testing, and then we will we use the distillation equipment to extract the essential oil, and that essential oil will get sent off to a laboratory, and they'll test what the residue levels are.
So talk about what disease actually impacts, dill and the crops it's representing. What are you trying to target here? So
we're actually not trying to target dill. We are looking with this project with coriander and caraway, especially coriander right now with blossom blight. So blossom blight is something that affects various crops, and I can't think offhand what the species is for coriander. A lot of the research has been done by Cheryl Cho at the University of Saskatchewan, and she's really the expert on that information. But we do the efficacy and tolerance work with the pesticides on the actual coriander plants, and then we do dill with the residue work, and then that data combined will allow us to register it. And then in the future, if anyone wants to, let's say, use the same pesticide on caraway, you just need to have the efficacy data that it does in fact work on the blossom blight species that affects caraway, and then you already have the residue data from the dill that you can take and then give to regulatory people.
And why do you think this is important data to have for the industry?
It's really important, because you want to know that what you are selling is safe. A lot of markets are sensitive to crop residues, so you do need to know that. Also, just for our human health, I mean, we do care about the fact, is our food safe to eat? It reduces the amount of work that's necessary, especially with something like a minor crop. It's very difficult. There's a lot amount of work. It takes sometimes up to 5 years to get a project from starting in the minor use program to getting a product registered. That's a long time to wait for a farmer on the field, and he has a pest problem. So if we can sort of get some of the very difficult data, like residue data is very labor intensive, so if we can get that done for one crop and apply for everything in that group, then in the future, really a farmer or a crop rep or such can go and say, hey, we did a trial with this university, here's some efficacy data, and then we might say, oh, we only need a couple more trials, and there's residue data.